Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A and it is on how tampons and pads have, or the companies owning them, have gaslighted women, and kind of why the dialogue and language is important as education. Hi everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A on why a plant-based diet is not actually vegan. This should be a quick video on the difference between plant-based diet and veganism, which is strictly against any animal products in both diet and lifestyle, including clothing. Veganism excludes, as far as practicably possible, all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals for the fashion or food consumption of humans. I probably didn't even say that right. Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A on how pads and tampons have gaslighted women and why the dialogue and language surrounding this is important and is as important as education. Gaslighting is a terminology stolen from the 1944 movie of the same name about a husband that systematically brainwashed his wife into thinking that she's insane and causing her to protect herself, or forcing her to protect herself against the violent and manipulative husband. The consequences for the wife/victim in this case, in this situation, can be Stockholm Syndrome and PTSD, as the... Hello and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation, and this is a Q&A on what happened to the Keeler Cup. The Keeler Cup was initially designed by Jane Hartman Adame, a former hairdresser diagnosed with, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but let's give it a go, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes joint instability that made it very difficult for her to use a menstrual cup or the existing menstrual cups on the market. And Andy Miller, a medical device designer who has currently 8 patents to his name, and as well as the Keeler Cup being his second Kickstarter campaign. Excuse me. It was successfully funded and appeared to solve the ability of a menstruator that is otherly being able to break the seal, kind of like with the functionality of a tampon, a menstrual cup with the kind of functionality of a tampon. It's not exactly like that, but similar. Okay. It was successfully funded and appeared to okay. Hello and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A on what happened to the Keeler Cup. The Keeler Cup was designed by Jane Hartman Adame, a former hairdresser diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a connective tissue disorder that causes joint instability and made it difficult for her to use a menstrual cup with a solid Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This Q&A is on what happened to the Keeler Cup. The Keeler Cup was designed by Jane Hartman Adame, a former hairdresser diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a connective tissue disorder that causes joint instability and made it difficult to use a menstrual cup. And Andy Miller, a medical device designer who has 8 patents to his name, as well as the Keeler Cup being his second Kickstarter campaign. It was successfully funded and appeared to solve the ability of a menstruator that's otherly being able to break the seal in a similar way as pulling out a tampon. The last Kickstarter update on the 24th of November 2018 stated that orders were being posted by the 30th of November 2018. However, earlier in October 2018, Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is another Q&A video, and today we'll be looking at underwire bras and the prevailing myth that they cause cancer. This myth gained traction when medical anthropologists Sidney Ross Singer and Soma Grismeyer stated that bras constrict the lymphatic vessels and therefore prevent the proper draining of breast tissue. And this, in turn, leads to fluid accumulation and then breast cancer. This, of course, sounds suspiciously like the allegations of aluminium blocking the lymph nodes and then backfilling the lymphatic system when you were wearing antiperspirant deodorant. Or otherwise, as we also discussed in the aluminum in deodorant myth or fact video, actually not how the body works, or how the lymphatic system works, or how the lymph nodes work. This study that Singer and Grismeyer conducted was not, however, focused on underwires at all. While 4,000 women participated in this study on the effects of braless wearing, and it found that these women who did not wear bras at all had a 1 in 168 chance of developing breast cancer. There was no comparative data to women wearing bras, just any bra, nor on diet or family history, nor, in fact, between underwire or non-underwire bras. The limited study is just that, limited in size, scope, and has no other comparative data. There was also no control group within the study. In addition, being overweight in and of itself increases the risk of breast cancer. However, this would also mean that being overweight would increase the risk of wearing a bra, and wearing a bra with an underwire. Cancer Research UK states that even if you wore a painfully, unbearably tight, restrictive bra, which of course you're unlikely to do, this would have little effect on your lymphatic system, nor would it cause normal body cells to become cancerous, because restriction alone does not do that. And also, that's not how cancer works. While bras do have health consequences such as chronic back pain, headaches, migraines, and poor posture, these things, all of which are affected by bras and underwires,